Hello, my beautiful ladies. Today I want to talk to those of us who maybe have come from difficult backgrounds and you think you've made too many mistakes to ever have the life you really wanted. Maybe you've come from a difficult background like I did with abusive or dysfunctional parents. Maybe you were born into a religion or a community that told you what you could and could not do or could not be. There are a host of reasons why, especially midlife women today, the era that we grew up in, while there were some rights being granted to women, there were also a lot of things we were told we couldn't do, we shouldn't expect. This is just where you are in the world, this is your place, and this is what you get. And sometimes we have lived a life that we had to basically raise ourselves. And I don't talk about that just from the Gen X reputation that many of us may have in that era. But if you come from a dysfunctional family, you quite possibly literally had to raise yourself. You probably have made a lot of mistakes. You've made a lot of relationship mistakes. You've made a lot of money mistakes. Maybe you've made some education mistakes. Maybe you've just made life choice mistakes. Maybe you don't even know who you are because your identity is so wrapped up in your story of origin. And that's the ladies and the women I want to talk to today. I understand coming from a difficult background. My parents were both alcoholics. They are both deceased now. They died very young, at different times for different reasons. But I came from a very violent, dysfunctional, abusive, neglectful home. That is just the way it was. And it was actually well into my teens, my late teens, before I realized that maybe not everybody's family looked like mine on the inside, not necessarily just from the alcohol abuse standpoint, but from the way things were done, the way you're taught to be and to move through the world. And I have had so many evolutions of my own identity. And now that I have entered into midlife, I am 58 at the time of this recording. And I'm a very proud 58 because I have survived a lot. And I know many of you have as well. And I just want to talk to you for a minute and say it doesn't matter what your family of origin has done, it doesn't matter what your story of origin is. You can still create the life you want. Life expectancy is getting longer and longer. But one thing that all people who get to the end of their life typically regret is not living a life true to themselves. And sometimes that happens because you don't know who you are. That's where we come in. I, Dawn, and my partner Tracy, we have created a women's coaching community called the Holy Woman Experience. Not holy as in religious, holy as in the whole woman, all of who you are. I work with identity and mindset and confidence. She works with expression, style, human design, and helping you find the outward look that matches everything you are on the inside. And that's the full embodiment of who you are. But I just want to give you this short encouragement that if you were over 40, over 45 and up, and you're not living a life that makes you happy, that lights you up, where you feel like you know who you are and you know where you're going and you know what you want, and you're living a life that lights you up like that, that makes you feel excited when you open your eyes every morning. I would like to invite you into our free community over on the school platform. It's called Becoming Holy Foundations. It's absolutely free. It is a community where we're going to help you take those first few steps, get you acclimated to understanding what identity and mindset and confidence is, help you understand what embodiment means from self expression through your clothes and accessories, maybe even your makeup and your hair, the full embodiment of the woman you want to be. It is a brand new community. We invite you in there. It is absolutely free. But I am here to tell you, and I believe this with all of my being since I have been doing women's coaching for over 2 decades now. I believe all women are born icons. I believe that with every fiber of my being. We are born these amazing creations, and then it is conditioned out of us, one experience, one circumstance, one faulty teaching at a time, until we reach a point of complete amnesia and we don't even remember who we are anymore. We are here to help you remember, and we are really good at what we do. So we invite you into our Becoming Holy Foundations free membership for women who are in midlife. No woman is too old. We typically start at about age 45, give or take a few years, depending on where you are in your world. But you're not too old. And if you would like to be there with other women just like you who are going to embrace their inner icon, become everything they've always wanted to be, and we're going to help you develop her, get comfortable with her, and then we're going to embody her, and you're going to show her to the world, and you're going to live the rest that your 2.0 the rest of your life on your terms in a way that makes you feel good, and we're going to help you become the woman of your dreams, the woman you've always wanted to be, the woman you've dreamed of being, the woman who has always been there. She is waiting on you to show up for yourself. So I hope you will do that. We would love to see you in there. I will drop a link in the description. And also, I will drop our email in there if you have any questions on our website, holywisewomen.com. You can also send us a question if you would like to do that. And I wish you the most fabulous day, and we will see you next time.